Dear students, thank you for tuning in. This lesson is for English 8-10 for technical and vocational schools. It is Unit 6, Lesson 2, Adjective Clauses. All right. Now, in order for us to do the lesson well, you need the following. Number 1, Project Success 3 Student's Book. Number 2, a notebook or a piece of paper. Number 3, a pen or a pencil. Number 4, a dictionary. All right, let's jump to lesson objectives. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to use adjective clauses in writing sentences. So, let me ask you, what is an adjective clause? Let me show you with an example. I picked up the papers. Now, I would like to use an adjective clause to add it to this sentence. I say, that fell off the desk, full stop. Let me show you with a different example. The book, gap, is very interesting. The book is very interesting. As you see, it is a full sentence. It is perfectly fine. But I would like to add an adjective clause to it. I say, which he wrote. The book which he wrote is very interesting. You see, the sentence has been extended now. A third example, the doctor is very nice, full stop. This is perfectly fine sentence. Let's add an adjective clause. I say, the doctor who works at the clinic is very nice. So, adjective clauses, okay? Adjective clauses are used to describe or identify a noun, such as these. Papers, book, doctor, all right? In a sentence and give it more information. That fell off the desk, or which he wrote, or who works at the clinic. So, let me introduce the relative pronouns. The first one is that, what, who, which, whom, whose, when, where, and why. There are about 9 of them. All right. So, relative pronouns. The pronouns again. Do you remember them? The first one, what. It means things. You are asking about things, or you are referring to things. Which, you are referring to animals and objects. Who, you are referring to people, but in a form of a subject. Whom, again people, but in a form of an object. That, you are referring to people, things, and animals. Whose, possessions. Why, reasons. Where, places. When, time. All right. Adjective clauses, relative pronouns as subject. Okay, this is how you build the sentence. You start with the subject plus a relative pronoun plus a verb plus a complement to the clause of the relative clause, and then a verb plus a complement. As you see, the main sentence is subject, verb, if you can see it here, plus the complement. This is the shortened version of the sentence. Now, if you add the relative clause, it should be this. Relative pronoun, verb, plus the complement. Let's check with an example. So, subject, the man. And then, the man came over. All right, this is the main sentence. I add the relative clause. I say, who, which is a relative pronoun, lives next door. I say, the man who lives next door came over. Let's check with a different example. The company, as a subject, is small. All right? Let's introduce a relative clause. I say, that, you see, to things. Makes this coffee. The company that makes this coffee is small. All right, let's change to the letters, which is in plural. Okay, are essential. Add a relative clause. I say that were delivered here. The letters that delivered here are essential. Okay, let's change to people. The people can start. You see, I in the form of verb, I use the modal. You say can start, right? So I say the people who brought their IDs can start. The people who brought their IDs can start. These pronouns are as subject. All right. Let's have a task. So fill in the gaps in the following, and you have a mark of 3. Number 1. The doctor gap was open is made of wood. The door was open is made of wood. Now answer that, and you have 5 seconds. Now let's check the answer. The answer is which or that. You have the option choose which or that. All right? Okay. So if you're correct, give yourself a mark. Let's jump to 2. The person gap just came here is my cousin. You have to use a relative pronoun. 5 seconds. Let's check the answer. The answer is who or that. You have the option of choosing who or that. All right, let's jump to the 3rd example. The lady gap bag is yellow passed by the office. Use a relative pronoun. 5 seconds. Okay, let's check the answer. The answer is whose. The lady whose bag. This is possession. Whose bag is yellow passed by the office. Now give yourself a mark of 3 and let's carry on. All right. Adjective clauses relative pronouns as objects. Okay, we start with the subject and then a relative pronoun as object. Okay, plus subject plus verb plus complement. Now this is the adjective clause. You know that because it is between parentheses. Okay, plus the verb plus complement. Okay, so we start with the same examples as before. So the man came over. The same sentence. Now I'm going to introduce the adjective clause but as an object. Okay, I say whom. Do you notice that I use the pronoun as an object? Okay, the man whom I have to use a subject here. For example, I say the man whom I talked to. I talked to the man. The man is object in here. Before came over. The man whom I talked to before came over. You see that whom is between parentheses. It means it is optional. For example, if I say the man I talked to before came over, the sentence is correct. Okay. Second one, the company is small. Let us introduce an adjective clause, which again between parentheses, and I add a subject. He works at. The company which he works at is small. If I remove that, it is correct. Okay, third one. The letters are essential. So the letters that she delivered here are essential. I added a subject. That is why it became an object. All right. The people can start. The people whom. You brought their IDs. So in this case, you brought their IDs. Okay? Can start. All right. You see, the sentences are perfectly fine without the relative pronouns. All right. Let's have a quick task. Spot the mistakes in the following. and you have a mark of 3. Number 1, that is the bike which bought today. Okay, find the exact spot to add something. All right, have 5 seconds. All right, let's spot the place where we can add something there. All right, the missing is here. It is missing a subject. A subject. I, he, she, it, any other subject. Okay? So, if you're correct, give yourself a mark. Number 2, these hats whom he purchased are nice. It is missing something. Find it. 5 seconds. All right, let's check. The answer is this. These hats, instead of whom, okay, it is missing a pronoun for things, like which or that. So I remove whom. I put the missing part, which is which or that. All right, 3. Let's read that, the book he read yesterday. All right, spot the mistake. Okay, let's check. The answer is, again,